New capabilities have been added in IronCAD 2024 to create links of existing parts and assemblies, or create links on drop. For example, in this particular file, in previous versions of IronCAD, when you drag and drop elements out, for example, I drop this hexagon thread nut insert out, notice it creates unique copies of the shape. They're not linked together, meaning that if I change something in here, for example, to blue, it doesn't actually change the other element. They're not linked in this case. And you can see in this particular file that was saved from a previous version, the same case happened here, that we have all these threads that are not linked. In 2024, you can now select all your shapes, right-click and say Create Link. This will give you a warning that it's going to replace all the elements based on the first selected element and replace them to have the same information based on their anchor location and any geometry information. Click Yes. That will replace those, and you'll see that the icons have been changed to have linked instances. And when you select on these parts, you'll see that they highlight purple to show that they're linked. You can now change one of these elements. For example, just change the color, for example, and notice all those get updated as well. So that's a way to update existing elements in your files or previous files from IronCAD. But for new files, you can actually add a new option on your catalog items. If you right-click, you'll see a new option called Link on Drop. What this allows, is we'll zoom in here, is when we drag and drop this element out, I'm just going to hold the Shift key and snap to the center for this. When I drop these out and that option is on, notice it automatically creates a link. You can see that by the color here and also by the icon in the tree. So we can continue to drag and drop these elements out and quickly create linked elements of these shapes. So a very handy feature to allow you to decide if you want to create links on the time of drop or copies, or create copies and link them at the later stage in the process. Once they're created inside of here, you can do normal IronCAD commands. For example, I can select a couple of elements here, use the tribal command to reposition it and create additional links. For example, we want to create a link to the center of this element here. We'll link this. We'll need to create 1, 2, 3, 4 more. And then hit OK. We'll create 4 for those. And then we can select these other elements. Notice since we're using the tribal and the linking operations, we can create this for all the objects automatically. Inside of here, we'll just create a link here at this location. Hit OK. Place that. So we can quickly create all linked instances of these shapes. This is a nice way to do this to make sure your BOM is updated properly or counts the quantities properly based on the part number, description, and the instance information. So that's one way to create a complete BOM correctly, or to update your files for better performance and when you make changes that you expect all the objects to be changed. So a very handy feature added in 2024 to create links from existing geometry or on drop.